Today I'm going to show you how to make this absolutely gorgeous loaf of 1 hour sandwich bread. This is a soft, fluffy loaf of sandwich bread that is absolutely delicious. Welcome y'all to Robin on the Farm. Today I'm going to show you how to make a really good, soft and fluffy loaf of homemade sandwich bread in just 1 hour. Actually a little bit less than an hour. So this is my 1 hour country white bread. To get started, you want 1 cup or 240 grams of warm milk. You can use any kind of milk that you want. You can use whole milk, skim milk, a milk alternative, but you do want it warm. You want it to be about 100 to 110 degrees. That's really gonna be important for this 1 hour bread. So I'm gonna use my Nutrimel Artiste stand mixer. You can use any stand mixer that you have. I've made this in my Zacme, a Bosch, a KitchenAid. You can even make this by hand. Okay, so 1 cup or 240 grams of milk right on into your mixing bowl. After the milk, now we want 4 tablespoons of melted butter. This is about 57 grams. Now I'm using salted butter, but you can also use unsalted butter just fine. Or you can use 4 tablespoons of any kind of oil that you want. But I'm gonna put that melted butter right on into my mixing bowl with the milk. The next ingredient for this country white bread is some brown sugar. I'm going to use 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. You can also use white sugar, or you can use honey or maple syrup for this country white bread. So I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of packed brown sugar. This can be light brown or dark brown. This is light brown sugar. Just add that right on in there. Now it's time to add our yeast. I'm going to use the Saf Instant yeast. It is better to use instant yeast in this 1 hour bread recipe, but you can use active dry just fine too. I'm going to use 2½ teaspoons or about 8 grams of this instant yeast. I'm just going to sprinkle it right on top of all of these other ingredients. This is a little bit more yeast than you would use for a typical bread recipe, but this helps it be a 1 hour recipe. So 2½ teaspoons right on in there. Next, we want 1 egg. Now this egg is going to act as an enricher, an emulsifier. It's going to give us a really great texture to this bread. If for some reason you don't want to use an egg in this bread recipe, you can just increase the milk by 1/4 cup. So I'm going to add 1 large egg. Now I'm going to add the flour. I'm going to use bread flour for this bread recipe, but you can also use all-purpose flour. Bread flour has a little bit higher protein content. It's easier to develop the gluten. You're going to get a little bit better rise, but it is more expensive than all-purpose flour. So if that's all you have, use all-purpose flour. If you use all-purpose flour, you might need to add about another 1/4 cup because it does absorb the water a little bit differently. But I'm going to use 3½ cups of this bread flour. I'm going to add it right on into my mixing bowl. So that's 3, now another ½ cup. I buy my flour in bulk from Missouri Standard. I buy it in big 25 or 50 pound bags. I store it in these 5-gallon buckets with these gamma lids on top, and it's perfect for just pulling out of your pantry, really quick and easy. So this is great if you're gonna be making a lot of homemade breads or baked goods. So 3½ cups right on into the mixing bowl. Now it's already time for the last ingredient. Oh, I forgot to mention that's 440 grams of flour. Now I'm gonna add some salt. For this recipe, I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of salt. I like using this Redmond's Real Salt. I use this in all of my baking and cooking, but you can use any kind of salt that you want. Okay, so I'm going to add 1 teaspoon, which is about 6 grams of salt. This is a really pretty, kind of a pink colored salt. It's from North America. It's an ancient fine sea salt. Okay, so 1 teaspoon right on in there. Like I always say, don't measure your salt over your mixing bowl just in case you over pour it. You don't want to add too much salt. It's your very last ingredient. That would not be good to have too salty bread. Okay, like I said, these are all of our ingredients. There's only 6 ingredients in this 1 hour country white bread. Now that I have all of my ingredients in here, I'm going to go ahead and get my mixer going. I'm going to let this knead on speed 2 for about 6 minutes, and I'll show it to you when it's done. I've let my dough knead for exactly 6 minutes. Now, if you're making this by hand, you probably want to plan on about 10 minutes to knead this by hand. If you feel like your mixer isn't quite as efficient as mine is, then you might want to let it go for about 8 minutes. The kneading part of this 1 hour bread is pretty important. Okay, so as your bread is kneading, you want to be sure to check on your dough. If it's looking really, really wet, then that means you need to add maybe 1/8 cup more flour. If it's looking all dry and crumbly, which it shouldn't, but if it does, then add a couple tablespoons of water and let it keep mixing. But you shouldn't have to do that with this recipe. Look at this gorgeous dough. Oh, it feels so good. It's tacky, not too sticky. It's definitely not dry and dense. It's nice and light, and this is gonna give us some really great sandwich bread. Okay, since this is a 1 hour recipe, we're gonna skip the first rise and go straight into a second rise. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and just press this out really well. You wanna press it out, and then we're gonna shape it into a log. So I'm just gonna roll it up. Just roll it into a log, and that will be the easiest way. And then just press the seams together, press the ends together, pat it out. I'm gonna get those seams together really well so that it doesn't burst while it's baking and it's expanding. And then just flip it over, put those seams on the bottom, and that is all it takes. Now I'm gonna use this 8.5 by 4.5 inch cast iron loaf pan. I love the cast iron because there's none of those coatings or anything to get into our foods, but you can use anything that you have. You can use any kind of tin. You can use up to a 9 by 5 for this recipe, but it might look a little bit shorter than how my loaf turns out because I'm using an 8.5 by 4.5 inch. But I'm just gonna put this right on into my loaf pan. Now, you can also make 2 loaves out of this recipe. I'll leave you that down in the description. If you wanna make 2 loaves at a time, it takes exactly the same amount of time and you get 2 loaves of really great sandwich bread. Now, we're gonna go straight into the second rise, and I am gonna go ahead and get my oven preheated to 350 degrees, and I'm gonna put this on top of my oven. That's gonna give it a really nice warm environment to rise. I'm gonna let this rise for 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna stick it in the oven to bake. Now, this is totally gonna depend on the temperature of your home. If it's really cold, it's gonna take a little bit longer to rise. If it's nice and warm, it's gonna rise and it's gonna be absolutely perfect. But if you put it in a warm area, like on top of your stove while it's preheating, that'll really help it. So I'm gonna show you this in 20 minutes when it's ready to go into the oven. The dough for my country white bread has been rising for exactly 20 minutes on top of the stove as it's been preheating. I can feel the heat coming up, and that has really helped it rise so well. So it's time to put this in the oven. I'm gonna let this bake at 350 degrees for 30 minutes. Now, if yours doesn't look risen quite enough, then you can let it go a little bit longer. That'll be just fine. But I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in the oven, and I'll show it to you when it's done. Look at this absolutely gorgeous loaf of 1 hour sandwich bread. I actually let mine bake for 28 minutes at 350 degrees. It was getting a little bit dark on top, so I got it out, but look at that. Look at the rise. Look at that beautiful golden color. Doesn't this look good? Okay, this is what I like to do. I like to get it out of my loaf pan immediately after getting it out of the oven. That'll just give you a really good texture. You don't want it getting soggy as it sits in your loaf pan. Oh, look at this. Let's check out the bottom. Oh, it looks so good. Okay, the next thing I like to do for my sandwich breads is I like to melt a little bit of butter and just brush it all over the top of my loaf. This will give you really good, soft crust, give you even softer bread, and it gives you that pretty shine and that really yummy, buttery flavor. Now, instead of putting it on a cooling rack to cool, I like to just take a tea towel, cover it up, and that warmth and the condensation is gonna give you an even softer, better loaf of sandwich bread. So I'm gonna let this cool just for a little bit, and then we'll slice into it. Now, if you want to, go ahead and slice into it and enjoy some warm homemade bread. But if you let it cool a little bit and then slice into it, it's gonna slice easier. You're gonna get a better crumb, a better texture out of your sandwich bread. If you're trying to use less plastic in the kitchen like I am, then these are our handmade beeswax bread bags. They're breathable, they're reusable, they help keep your bread from molding, and this is what I like to store my bread in. Okay, I'm ready to slice in to our 1 hour loaf of bread. Isn't it gorgeous? Let's go ahead and just slice into it. and check out the inside. Oh my goodness, look at this texture. What a gorgeous loaf of bread. Only one rise and ready in just a little bit less than an hour. This is awesome. It smells really good too. Look at that texture. I'll show it to you up close too. But this is gorgeous. It has a fine crumb. It's really soft and light and fluffy. It's definitely not dense, which can sometimes happen when you only have a one rise loaf of bread. Not this one. This one turned out absolutely gorgeous and perfect. Let's go ahead and just break into this. Look at that. It's soft. It's fluffy. Oh, this looks exactly what you want your sandwich bread to look like, and it was ready in less than an hour. Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bite. It's so good. Wow, I can't stop eating this. This is so good. I'll leave you the printable recipe for this 1 hour sandwich bread down in the description and on my website, robinonthefarm.com. Print out the recipe, make this loaf of sandwich bread, and let me know what you think about it, because I know you're gonna love it. Thanks so much for being here with me on Robin on the Farm. I'll see y'all next time.
Robin's in the kitchen, dough beneath her hands, wheat from the fields and eggs from her land. Sunlight through the window, a warm golden glow. She's working hard to make that dough. With flour on her apron, loving each knead, ground wheat fresh, sowing her seed. The smell of fresh bread rises in the air. Simple life without a care. In Robin's kitchen, dreams come alive, each loaf of bread